One two one two one. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We are back at it, man. Big salute to everybody who's popping up on multiple platforms. We are live. Big salute to the people who are popping up on my phone over here on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? We are live on multiple platforms. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube as usual. Make sure to hit that subscribe or you're dissing. We're also live on Twitch. We're live on X, aka Twitter, and we're also live on Kick. All right, like I said, multiple platforms. I got a special show for y'all today. We're not going to have a bunch of topics, but we are going to be having a special interview going down in about, let's say, 45 minutes to an hour. As far as the list of topics that I do have, just to keep us updated on what's going on the scene over here, Moula first in Cam H. Moula first is kind of off the scene. Maybe we can talk about why the reasons may be. Big salute to everybody who's popping up on Instagram over here. Dusty Wallace, what up? You know what I'm saying? Who else is over there? Blockbuster, what up? Official Rude Boys, what up? Or Rude Boss, what up? What else I got on the list? The top 5 update. We'll see if we can get a proper top 5 update as far as his conditions, as far as when he's going to be coming out here. I'll see if I could even do a quick phone call over to him to see if we can get him on the phone. Also, R.I.P to Houdini. He would have been 25 years old today. I want to speak about that as well and the impact that he had on the scene. So we definitely got to get into that. And then last but not least, we have legend, West Coast, Los Angeles legend, Compton legend, Glasses Malone is going to be in the building. So look out for that interview. Or I don't even want to call it an interview. We have a Glasses Malone interview for the people who don't already know, who I seen somebody in the comments before saying, yo, oh, you having Glasses on the network? Like, that's dope. This is going to be our second Glasses Malone interview, actually. So big salute to Glasses Malone. We're going to be having him over for a conversation. Let's call it more than an interview, maybe even a debate, because there's a lot of different things that, respectfully, because that's the homie, we don't see eye to eye on everything, especially when it comes to this whole Drake and Kendrick stuff. So we're going to be having a great debate, hopefully. So salute to Glasses Malone. Look out for that popping up soon in this live. But for all the people who are on Instagram, pop out. We are live on YouTube, youtube.com/welovehiphop network. Let's get it popping. Gang, let me show y'all a couple of things, man. Cause like I be doing like East, you know what I'm saying? Cause we're from the East side of things, not even for East End, like, because I'm not an East End man, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm the downtown guy. I'll call myself that, right? But once upon a time, I also used to do MTL, you know what I mean? The M for MTL. And I don't know, man. I don't know what if I can do any kind of hand gestures at all anymore in any kind of pictures or anything like that, because the Reddit has been like saying some wild shit, man. I take a lot of pictures, you know what I'm saying? Every time we finish an interview, I take a picture. Okay, I'm gang. I'm a salute y'all in a second, but I just got to show y'all something. Okay, it's like, okay, so for example, what's this post right here? The Southside Jane and Bebo, Vancouver members linked up 2 years ago. Since then, most of them have been killed or locked up. So you see, they're all throwing up hand signs, right? Like, I was told even the other day that when we're having a conversation, let's say a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2-3 lives ago, I was doing hand gestures. I was trying to give an example, and I was using the hand gestures like, let's do the thumbs up, right? And then thumbs down means something else. Just for an example, right? Just for shits and gigs. I found out that the thumbs up is a thing too. I guess thumbs up is supposed to be, and y'all niggas didn't tell me shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yoey, big salute to Dusty Wallace in the chat. I didn't even have the chat on the screen. My bad, gang. Y'all didn't even tell me that thumbs up or thumbs down is a sign too. Y'all gotta keep me warned about these types of things. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, thumbs up is like some type of crip shit. Am I wrong about that, gang? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? But let me show y'all something. and then we're gonna shout out the chat, and then we're gonna get to what we're gonna get to. Let me find this post here. What's this? Okay, where am I? Torontology. Let's give it a quick refresh. And then I'm gonna find this picture because every once in a while they'll post me on Torontology. Never to show no love, is usually to diss demands, but hey, it is what it is. Let me see. Where is my picture? Oh, did they take that shit down? Hold on, I have a link to it. I'll find it through my link. Let's go to the link. Okay. Okay. Let me switch screens. Cause they be trying to get me into some shit. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all put in 27 in the chat for? Is that don't get me mixed up in no shit, please, gang. Just leave me out of it, okay? I don't know what 27 means, so just let's not even do that today. And Rick T's, no spam in the chat, please. No spam in the chat, bro. What the fuck? Give me a second. Here we go. Found it. Friday turns big 3LK. Y'all got to cut it out, man. You got to cut it out, bro. Okay, let's get a close up. The picture is, I was about to do this, like peace or West Side or whatever. I don't even know what I be doing with my hands, man. Shit. Gang, I'm not throwing no 3L nothing. There's no, yo, I'm cool. I'm cool, all right? I ain't throwing no gang signs up, no up, nothing down, all right? It's just, yeah. Y'all be trying to mix me up in some bullshit, man. Okay? So let's relax. All right. Let me just give y'all some salutes, and then we're gonna do some business, and then we get into our topics. Yo, big salute to the whole everybody who's popping into the chat right now. Let me tell you all something too. Also, don't spam the chat. Don't spam the chat. Okay. I see a couple of people in here. Sniffer GGGK. I feel crazy saying that, but you know, what up? What up? Ty Rock and Rolla in the building. Who else is in here? Santa Draco 777 in the building. Cal, what up? Carol, what up? Get installed. What up? Who else is in here? Jason based it. What up? Who else is in the building? I seen Dusty Wallace earlier. We got a lot of people in the building, man. Who else is in there? Down to Earth in the building. What up? Young Money, what up? Who else is out here? Donovan Jr. in the building. M in the building. Ricky T's. And listen, y'all, our city's so mixed up that when I'm out here trying to, you know, show respects to people, on my word, what up? Clover 5, what up? When I'm trying to show respects to people, don't get disrespectful. Oh, we smoking on this person, smoking on that, and all that kind of effery. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, salute to everybody in the chat. Let's salute the sponsors, and then we can get into what we're going to get into, all right? I'll just throw the ads up on the screen. Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, _Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Cheer! Put it in the air. And one more. I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer. All right. All right. So, like I said, we got Glasses Malone, who's going to be popping up around 7 o'clock or so. Maybe a little bit before. I'm going to send out the link just now so that he can tap in. But let's get into a couple of different topics that I got on the list here. You know what I want to show y'all also? I got the Cairo Snow interview that's dropping tomorrow. And then on Friday, we got the Honcho Hoodlum interview loaded up. All right. I did the interview with Honcho last night. Great interview with him. Not even an interview. What do I call them? Interviews, conversations, okay, or episode. Tapped in on a lot of different things, but I'm going to show you one thing first, and then I'll show you a little clip from that. All right. And I see y'all in the chat saying that this would have been Houdini's 27th birthday. Sometimes I'm afraid to acknowledge y'all about, like, yes, it would have been. I think it would have been his 25th birthday if I'm not mistaken, but we'll look into it. Of your age,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'll show y'all a little clip of this. So you're making music. I've seen from my research, you started getting into music at 7.
Yep. Yeah.
What got you into it in the first place? Discover cans where quality. Oh, we did that already.
Poetry, I took it super duper serious. Like, I can do this. My poetry is getting it's getting better faster. And I was like, I don't need to just do poetry. I can rap.
Right.
Like, putting my rhymes on beats, that opened up my eyes to my potential. I know, like, I figured it out right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first rap that you put on a beat, or the first poetry that you put onto a beat and made a rap, how old were you at this point?
Yeah, I think I was around 7.
7. Okay. So now did you start uploading? This is the same kid that was on stage with Wu-Tang the other day, like doing jumping jacks almost on the stage. This kid is like a young goat in the making. I'll say that, man. He's a rapper, producer, big salute to Cairo Snow. All right. Like, he makes some fire beats, and he's only 12 years old. And he knows a lot more about hip hop than a lot of y'all rap niggas out here, bro. It's actually embarrassing. The wealth of hip hop knowledge that this guy has of before he was even thought of, not even born, before he was even thought of.
Possibly the best rap crew of all time, literally.
Hold on.
Love their beats.
Wow.
Like,
because with Nas and where the direction that he took with his rapping, right?
Yeah.
He was like a conscious rapper.
Very much so.
But he also made hits, right?
Of course, no doubt.
Right? Like, is that kind of like the blueprint that you're trying to go with? Like,
of course. Yeah.
Like saying things in your raps, but at the same time being able to make some hits?
Yeah, of course, no doubt.
So who else? Who else were you listening to?
I am listening to, like, I'm listening to 50 Cent. I'm listening to Eminem. Like, Eminem's lyricism, like, I study that. I rate that. His lyricism, I rate that. I'm listening to A Tribe Called Quest. I love their beats.
Wow.
Like, their beats, like, literally, they really hit home.
Yeah. Listen, man, I could tell you, I'm not even gonna name the rappers, but I probably would have like 5 to 10 Toronto rap niggas that you guys love that get mad views, who wouldn't even be able to tell me who A Tribe Called Quest is. They'd be like, what's that? They don't even know that it's a rap group. They'd be like, what's that? Yeah.
Like, for real. I'm listening to Wu-Tang, no doubt. Possibly the best rap crew of all time. Literally.
Do you listen to any people in your age group?
Oh, yeah.
No, big salute to Cairo Snow. And last but not least, I'm going to show y'all one more thing here before we get started. I'm going to pull up. And salute to all the members. All right. If you're not a member, become a member. You get early content. You can get exclusive shit. Oh, shit. I forgot about my boy interview that's sitting in the member section too. Jeez.
Content. Like, I don't listen to the
content. Got the content, nephew.
I mean, whatever happens. It's meant to happen.
So should he come back and get back on the, I got this chain and all that? Like, because that's
already him. That's already him. So it's like, it can't. Even if he goes on a good shit, that's not gonna take away all the shit he said. People still want to see him.
True.
He's still gonna have to see some people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people are still want to see him. But the whole thing is like, what am I gonna do? Stop being who I am because I got cut?
Yeah.
Stop being who I am because I got shot? Nigga, I got shot before. It happens. It's the trenches. Like this is what kids need to understand that are not in the trenches, that want to be in the trenches and think this shit's cool. Cause you're gonna die, you're gonna get popped, or you're gonna get stabbed, or you're gonna go to jail for life. Like this is like it's a bad road. Like remember on the dice, there's six. It's 1 to 6.
Yeah.
That's 4.
Hold on, I gotta address this question. Where is it now? Real Appas TV wants to know, Friday Ricky Dread, is it true YG's your nephew? No, sir. I'm an only child, so I have no nieces or nephews. So wherever you heard that, that's Caparuni.
The two of them, you're either gonna get rich and then you're gonna make it like the odds are bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's like, it doesn't matter who you are. You could pop whatever shit you want to pop. You could fucking have whatever guns you have. You could be on whatever block you're on. The streets is gonna get to you because it's not the streets, it's God, it's the Father. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you also though, what's your thoughts on people saying that the other side is self-snitching? All right, like I'll show you some things. I'll pull up some stuff on the screen.
Like,
here.
what do you mean self-snitching on what?
So, for
Speaking of-
example, right, and I know this is not somebody that you've had some issues with in the past. So tread
I don't
lightly.
have no issues with yo. Let me put this on blast too.
Talk to
I
me.
don't have no issues with YG.
Okay, let me stop it there. Become a member if y'all want to see that early. All right, you see this title right here, the YG Blue Tea video. Was there an issue? Woo! Got the content. It wasn't even a question on my list, but we went into it to a whole rant about that whole Blue Tea video and that being, you know, YG and even Top5 being in the video and filming it in Malvern and all that stuff. So definitely look out for that episode dropping Friday. We got a 3-episode week. We out here, man. But let's get into our topics. I want to start off with Moula first. Okay. Moula first, last time he was on the network, it was like a crazy event. Let me see if I can pull up the last time that Moula first was over here doing his thing. And you know, he was dealing with a lot of controversy at the time. All right, let me go through let's go through the catalog and find this. Moula the first. Speaks on fight incident. Okay, this is the clip I'm looking for. Perfect. All right, so the last time, Bumbleclap. Last time Moula was here, this is what was going on.
Romeo. Okay, so now, whoever that's pretty savage, by the way, and her daughter that kind of tilt me on the couch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because hey, I have a
no, my bad. Sorry, gang. I gotta identify it by jackets. I gotta do it by jackets. What was the one that he came through? Where was the table? Here it is. Found it.
We love hip hop.
That's personal.
I want to be fair. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But we have a very common respect with one another. And the thing that he's doing is wrong. Really give a I'm just that nigga.
Yo.
Give
Careful.
a fuck, nigga. Care for what? My guy. You understand? I don't give a I can embarrass myself. I don't give a okay? Because like I said, I have everything that I ever wanted in life. I've got the most beautiful girls ever that I wanted to get, that I think highly of. So why do I care? What am I going out there to get? I'll make up my face. Look at my fucking shoes, nigga.
Fucking up
okay?
my equipment.
Fresh out the pack creases on the pants. I don't care.
I wasn't scared. Dizzy, I was not scared. I was concerned for my equipment. All right, scared? No. Don't bring. Hold on. Where's my camera? Don't ever bring no scare business to me. All right. R.I.P. to Louis Rankin, man. Let's get situated over here. So last we heard from Moula first. He was in the courtroom for the Joe Easy case. Joe Easy, he was the young man that got into a wild incident where he unalived his brother and his father. And, you know, it was a courtroom setting, just a few people that were supposed to be there. And then Moula first, for some reason, had walked into their courtroom. After that, we haven't really heard from him since. Okay, hasn't been posting on his main page too tough. So I don't know what's really going on with him. I'm just double checking my focus. But this is the thing that I've seen lately. This is from July 6th. This is a while back. But there hasn't really been any as far as seeing Moula first where he is. Okay. I might give you guys some behind the scenes update type ish. Let me think about it.
Scott, you think he could face me? Miserable. Mr. Scott, you think he could face me? Miserable.
Right, and this is on his Max Wave Thinking page. This is the last post, or one of his last posts. What's this? July 13th. Anti-vitiligo cream.
Final boss, last level. They say I'm going crazy in the mental. They want me gunned down in the ghetto. Doesn't really fit with my schedule.
Got some video, some scat. And then he's got what's her name representing the Toronto accent girls representing for him over here.
I feel like Moula first, bitch. I'm unstoppable. You can't stop me. You can't take down my account. And if you take down my account, we're going to make a new account because the EP is out. Infamous, little bitch. I feel like Moula first, bitch. I'm unstoppable.
She sounds drunk. So this is just a little BTS, and this is unsubstantiated rumor. I heard that Moula first might not be on the outside. Okay, that whole thing there in the Cam H, that might have been a skit. I don't know. Okay, but he might not be. He might be in jail. Okay, let me just say it straight up. Okay, he was also dealing with his own legal issues when he came over there, and he was jumping on the table and all that. There was a bunch of talks of paperwork and stuff. And big salute to Twy. Twy came through afterwards. In between the two Moula first appearances, Twy came through. He pulled up his own set of paperwork. But basically, there was a lot of legal issues going on. At one point in time, the man was on the news for what? He was on. They said he was on the run, but he wasn't actually on the run. So he's gone through his share of stuff, and I thought in the back of my mind too, and I'm not going to reveal my sources or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? But like, I thought in the back of my mind also, like, with all of these legal issues stacking up, you might have to deal with it at some point. Like, you know, whether it's like going away for a little while or at least doing some kind of probation, something like that, because it's one thing if you have legal issues and you're a first-time offender, but from last year, or not even last year, a few years ago, he was dealing with having an ankle bracelet and a bunch of different things. So he's had legal issues in the past. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and also, just to give you guys some clarity, or not you guys, because a lot of the people who are in the chat over here are from Toronto, but there's a lot of people who maybe they don't understand the Toronto slang too tough. So when we say Cam H, yo, that guy's Cam H. I was watching a Trapler Ross video the other day, and he was trying to decipher some shit. He was like, what the, and salute to you, Ross. I'm gonna do your accent quick fast. Like, what do they mean by Cam H? What do they mean by Cam H? Right? And I think he got it right from when he was doing his little his investigations. Give me a second. My Google is acting stupid today, or my search engine's acting stupid today. Let's do this. I'll find it in the background first. Cam H, the Center for Mental Health and Addiction. And we'll pull it up on the screen. All right. And listen, for anybody who's tapping in right now, who's just pulling up, we're going to be having a Glasses Malone interview that's going to be going down in the next half an hour or so. Okay, so salute to Glasses Malone. Just give me a second. I don't know why my search shit is not working right now. My StreamYard is acting kind of crazy right now, so bear with me. And once we get our interview going, I won't have to worry about this shit. What the fuck is going on here? Let's do this. Let's do that. I'll go on Facebook and we'll find it over there. Let's find Cam H on Facebook because it's not pulling up my my Googles right now. Cam H. Cam H Foundation. So it's the Center for Mental Health and Addiction. Okay, I don't want. Oh, my DM's all exposed and shit. This is over like in, I guess, Parkdale or Liberty Village. That's why I'm doing the quotations because I don't know what to call it anymore. All right, so just for the people who might not understand the Toronto slang when mans are like, yo, this guy's Cam H, bro. What's wrong with him, man? He's Cam H. That's what they're talking about. You know, somebody who needs to be put into the center of mental health and addiction. All right. And I used to live in that area. Sometimes you see like some of the people just walking in the road, just doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, it's not, doesn't get crazy because a lot of the times the people that they are letting out are harmful, but it's kind of off-putting sometimes. But salute to Moula first. Like I said, this is unsubstantiated, but if you don't see him for a while, that might be the reason why he's gone. All right. I feel kind of bad if this is the case, even though like you got to take accountability for your own actions. Because when he was on the show, he was talking crazy. He was like, I ran that place. That place was like, it was like, for me, jail was like a homecoming, or I don't know what the words he was just saying, all kind of crazy shit. And I was just like, Ruski, I don't know if you want to say that. Hold on, I'm trying to find that. He was talking wild.
Two sticks. Okay, because I understood it.
Right here.
I do data when I go around everywhere. I got to see why. I want to know why they call it institutionalized. I want to know why, what's going on. I want to dig deeper. Okay?
No.
And I got to
no, you don't want to dig deeper. You don't want to know anymore. You know, whatever little experience that you get, if you could just not have to have that experience again. And I'm not saying like jail is it's hell, but it's not great, man. It sucks. It's boring. You're away from your family. You can't get no pum pum. It sucks.
Do that and see why. Because the little time I've been there, I found myself getting a little institutionalized. Kneeling on the ground, peeing, courtesy flush, all this crap. Okay? And I already I already started feeling like, oh no, I understand.
Mm.
So if I did a week and a half,
Listen, Aura, I hear you. It isn't that bad in the end of the day. Like, you'll live, but like, it's just super counterproductive. You might have to you have to deal with a whole bunch of different politics, even though it's kind of the same politics as the street, but like intensified. You know, you're fighting over stupid shit like hard-boiled eggs and peanut butter. Like, it's not the kind of life that somebody just wants to live for years on top of time, like for any amount of time, a week even, because there's a lot of mesquines that I've seen behind bars that it was like that 1 week that was in there looked like it was hell for you. You were getting your ass beat every day. People are punking you off for food. I'm there looking at some of the, like, and not even just only mesquines, like rockheads or not junkies and stuff, right? I'm like, damn, like you're doing some hard time, like, ooh, that looked like it hurt. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be one of them. They're in there like for like 48 hours, 72 hours on some tax evasion bullshit, or, you know, getting into a fight with their wife. And in that 72 hours, like, they got extorted. Mans are putting freaking shanks to them and saying, yo, get on the phone and call your people. Like, like, yo. Like, damn. I was just on the phone looking like, it sucks to be you. Oof. Don't want to be. So I say all that to say, like, it's nothing to be glorified. It's not that bad, but it can be bad depending on who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you're like a known face and people want to get at you just to get a reputation, now you got to squabble every day, every range. Niggas is trying to crack you off ranges and shit. That's bad. If you know how to keep to your business and, like, you don't get into no incidents, or just maybe a couple of incidents and you're cool, fine. I hear what you're saying. It isn't that bad. But like, if like you go in there, you're supposed to be in there for like 5 months, niggas break your jaw, you know what I'm saying? Cut you up, put you, do some heinous shit to you. You're not gonna be like, it wasn't that bad. Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm disfigured for life. You know what I'm saying? Traumatized. Niggas stomped your head on banged your head on a toilet. Like, bro, it depends on who you are. Right? Whoever said that first, y'all niggas is some like brolic ass niggas. It wasn't that bad. I went in there, just started. Who wanted first? Just started punching everybody, right? Squabbled up. Like, nah, bro. It's not like that for everybody. Can't make you worse than jail. You're tripping. Can't make worse than jail, though. Can't lie. What? Let's examine that for a second. Cribbos, what up? Let's examine that for a second. I need to think about that. And I'll ask you guys: is Cam H worse than jail? Because, like, you're gonna be on medication. They might try to like keep you trapped in there, keep you sedated. You know what I'm saying? I seen somebody say, first off, no bail. Yeah, you don't have like a set time that you're gonna be out of there. We'll let you out when you're okay. When's that gonna be? How am I gonna know when I'm okay? All right, so I could see that being a problem. At least with jail, you know when the end of your once you get sentenced or whatever, you know, okay, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm getting out on this day, unless you get life, but you know you're going to be getting out on this day. You feel me? But when you're in the mental hospital, you might not even know what day it is. Cribba says, I want to experience Cam H for 3 days. It might be longer than 3 days. You better make sure that you're streaming so that at least we can see in real time the time lapse between when you got there and when you left. Because you might think you're in there for 3 days, and the next thing you know, you're like, yo, chat, I'm back. You were like, yo, Cribbas, you were gone for 3 weeks, fam. You were heavily sedated. I don't know if you realized how much time passed, broski. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? They give you some pills that have like 10 syllables in the word. Put, there's some happy pills. But listen, salute to Moula first. All right, now I'm rambling. Salute to Moula first. All right, again, I'm going to say again, unsubstantiated. All right, I heard in the streets that the man might be behind bars. Okay, so if he is, hold your head, Moula, forward soon. You know what I'm saying? I do need meds sometimes. Trust me. I'm crazy. Okay, what else do we got on the list here? I want to give you know what? I want to give a salute to Houdini. Okay, R.I.P. to Houdini. He passed away, what, 3 years? No, about 5 years ago today now. All right during the pandemic, 2020. I will say, today he would have been 20. You guys keep on putting the 27 days in there and all that, whatever. But like, he would have been 27 today. All jokes aside from you guys in the chat or whatever who might have issues or might be on some oppie shit, Houdini was like really one of the guys who was about to take Toronto to the next level. Toronto has like a real problem with keeping our legends alive. You feel me? It's almost like when mans get to a certain level, it's like, I don't like that shit over there. And don't get it twisted. I know that these guys had their own share of issues, so there's always accountability to be taken. And I'm not saying accountability like, oh, well, you deserve to die or anything stupid like that. I mean, like, I know that these guys get into their own shit. They're not just innocent. And it's like, oh, why you got everybody picking on me? No, mans them are in the polys. You know what I'm saying? So it was, a lot of this stuff is these guys bring onto themselves in ways. But bro, once you start getting to a level when you're out here in this music game, you got to really try to separate. And I think Houdini was trying to do that. He was in LA for a long space of time. He was trying to stay away from Toronto, like most people should, if you ask me, Top 5 included. I think most people should like stay away from Toronto once you start reaching a certain level, because what ends up happening is we kill our own over here. You know what I'm saying? It's a sad state of affairs, but we actually kill our own over here. It's insane. All right, I want to play a little bit of this video here. I actually have a DM from him we were supposed to link, and he came down. He had to come back to Toronto because they were doing what they call the exodus, the snowbird exodus, when the whole pandemic bullshit was going on, and everybody had to come back to Canada and they weren't allowed to be in America anymore because they were about to lock down the whole world. I gotta be honest, and I feel like I've said this before on air. Something in the back of my mind said to myself, like, bro, all of these rappers that have to come back here from America, it's just not a good look, because they went there to get away from the bullshit, not on some running shit, but like, yo, I'm trying to chase my dreams. Let me go to where the companies are, the bag is, all these different opportunities, and stay out of the polys and the bullshit that's happening in Toronto. You know what I'm saying?
Movies, nigga. Big racks, fools. Movies, fucking idiot. Big racks. Drip too, nigga. Off white on the off lane. Fuck your bitch all lane. Back.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. to Houdini, man. Yeah, man. Houdini was definitely somebody that I feel a hole was left in the scene. There's a lot of people in America also who tap into Toronto rappers that were tapping in more when mans like Houdini were alive, when mans like Bully, R.I.P. Bully, Smoke Dog, all these different guys who are making amazing music and was able to like take that music and get out to different areas and stuff like that, stretch beyond Toronto. We take them out. It's almost like it's like clockwork. We take them out. It's the red eye that we have over here, like the jealousy is just on a stupid high level. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's why he will come home. He will go to court right now. If he doesn't know mindset, the judge's gonna be like, that's where it's like, that's where the disconnect is from. Number one, he's from the trenches. He grew up.
Hold on, let me find something. Because I think Hoodlum could even say it better than I said when it comes to like Toronto, like pause, eating our own. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about, and then that's where the system is.
Sure that all of their money that's coming in is legal money, right? My rant.
Yo, shout out. Hold on. To understand, you have to understand. This is my main thing. It's like Young Thug and YFL Lucci. Those are
okay. Here it is.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are these guys? The city's not the city.
It's counterproductive. Right here.
Shooting through fences and hitting little kids. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? That's a manslaughter. That's a fucking manslaughter. There's nothing around it. You know what I'm talking about?
So he's talking about Smoke Dog's brother right now, because Smoke Dog's brother got 6 life sentences for some of the, alleged drills that he was out there doing. And Hoodlum is highly opposed. And this is the reasons why.
And then that's where the system is fucked up. That's where the black people are. That's where homes are being broken.
Yeah.
He probably has kids. He's not around his kids. Smoke Dog has kids. He's not around his kids. His kid's dead. His whole family is dead.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
And that starts the cycle
and then
all
the
over.
whole thing, yo, this is why I don't like Toronto. This is why I don't give a fuck about Toronto. Because Toronto is a place, yo, when I came out of the pen, cuz, Smoke Dog was the first rapper I ever heard in the clubs anywhere. Smoke Dog was the first rapper I heard getting beat out the drums. I'm like, yo, fam, I went to the club. The third time I went to the club, when they played Smoke Dog, I'm like, he has to be here. There's no way they're playing our Toronto rapper in the club.
No, it's just Shaq was just that hot.
That's what I'm trying to talk about.
Yeah.
So he went from being that hot, he was all of our favorites, to getting smoked and everyone's smoking on him, making jokes about him, memes about him, songs about him, and all you guys are laughing and joking and posting it. The fuck you guys think niggas are gonna do?
You're gonna ride out.
Like, and what the fuck you like, and this is why Toronto's like Toronto, because it's like, oh, he's a waste you for riding out. Oh, you're a goofy. You threw away your life for riding out for your bro. And then if he didn't ride out for him, you don't ride.
You didn't ride for him.
Come on, cuz.
Yeah.
It's a lose-lose situation.
You never rode for Smoke Dog.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is like, Smoke was a legend. Smoke Dog was a legend. Niggas need to know that. And the whole thing in Toronto, like, why the fuck would I give a fuck about a city that be smoking on our legends? We're smoking on Smoke Dog, Houdini, Bully, this guy and that guy. Nigga, these are our legends, nigga. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
What all these guys, the city's not the city.
It's counterproductive, man. This is why we're at this is why we are where we're at. All right. So I feel like Hoodlum put it he said it better than I can say it right now, as far as like the passion that he had in there, man. Like, we'd be taking out our legends, man. And then it's all bunch of jokes and fodder and everything like that. And I see people who even in the chat, like some of the posts that y'all put up on your page, right? You know what? I ain't even gonna mince words. Like, nigga like you, Sniffer GGG, K, right? Like, I seen that Smoke Dog post that you had up on your page, bro. That shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how them sleep at night being able to just laugh at so many spirits. Like, you're laughing at spirits. You know what I'm saying? When people are out there talking about, oh, we're smoking on who or send them to who and all that bullshit that niggas are saying, like, you're talking about spirits. You're actually bringing bad juju into your home, okay? Because you're not letting the spirits rest. And if not them, right? I see Sniffer putting like brain emojis in the thing. But bro, you're going to be haunted by people's spirits, my youth. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that doesn't just go away and you just live to live another day. Nah, bro. God don't just let shit like that slide, B. So when people out here making fun of people's deads, like, karma comes back for you. I don't care if you're just an Instagram page or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit might come back to you in the way where, like, yo, your life just ain't going the way you want it to go. Or a nigga fuck around and pop your head off. And then now people are putting brain emojis of you in the chat. You feel me? So, like, I know people like to do a lot of fun and jokes when it comes to that shit, but that shit is no joke. Not to me. I'm a grown-ass man. You know what I'm saying? But listen, R.I.P. to Houdini, man. It's just like, it's sad, bro. It's sad shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is out here clowning in the chat, but like, they're not realizing that shit gonna bite you in the ass. I ain't even gonna put a pause on that. That shit'll bite you in the ass crazy one day. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be crying to Jesus, please. Why is this shit? The bullets, they burn. Yeah. It's not funny when that shit's on the other foot. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. I know I'll probably be a meme tomorrow, but that's fine. I rather be on the right side of history than be on the side of fuckery. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm gonna do a quick update, and I'm sending out the link over here to the homie Glasses. We're gonna get Glasses Malone over here in just about 10 minutes. Okay, let me double check. Let me make sure I send it to a couple places here also. You know what I was going to show you guys before we end this Houdini segment? And I'm going to send this to Glasses' Twitter. Bada boom, bada bing. I'm cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm an internet troll and all that shit too. I'm here for the jokes and stuff like that. But like, one thing I don't play with is people's lives. You feel me? I'm gonna give you guys a rare one. All right. This is October 7th, 2019. Bless up, fam. Can we get an interview pop in end of this month? Houdini responded, I'm not in the country, broski. I won't be coming back for a while, trying to avoid the drama. I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? And then he responded, and I responded, okay, I hear that still, family, keep building. And I meant that. You know what I mean? I wasn't on some, damn, bro, you should have pulled. He already pulled up. He pulled up with YG and Burner Bands. Okay. And happy birthday to Burner Bands also. Me and Burner Bands actually share a birthday. Okay. But like, we were never able to make this, come to fruition. Because when he did come back, he look what he said, trying to avoid the drama. He comes back to this city where everything's funny, and then boom, the ultimate worst thing that can happen to you happened to you. He ends up losing his life. You feel me? So it's just, right? You feel me, Sniffer GGGK? It's not all fun and games when it's one of your homies, right? So like, it's just again, R.I.P. to Houdini, man. Condolences to his family. A huge loss in our Toronto scene. I feel it set us back actually a few years. All right, from when the time Houdini passed away, there was a lot of people who were like record company execs and all that they were just starting to add them up at this point, and they were like, you know what? Okay, first Smoke Dogg, now Houdini, they weren't as familiar with Bully, but over here but they were getting familiar. You know what I'm saying? At this point, and hold on, Armani Ledge, you gotta chill, bro. I might have to put some of you guys on timeout, man. Holy shit, man, with the spam. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all niggas love death. How's that, man? That you just like you love dying, you love people dying so much that it's like, yo, I can't wait for somebody else to die so I can make some memes, so we can go on Reddit and make fun of this shit. Like, y'all some subhuman individuals, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta be real, man. Like, niggas is like pieces of shit walking. Like, to be able to make fun of somebody else's passing and then and get online and start smoking them. And I'm not even singling you out. You're demons. No, you're pieces of shit. Human feces. You feel me? Like, people who like should be on the fringes of society, shouldn't be around us regular human beings who are upstanding citizens who are just trying to live and not be in the fuckery, who are trying to live and not have to duck bullets because ignorant people who don't give a fuck about human life are out here and make fun of this shit. And I don't care if you guys lost one of your people, because everybody lost somebody, and I've lost mad people. You know what I'm saying? Am I out here talking about, smoking people or whatever? I have ops who's passed away. Am I smoking on them? No, because I'm not a piece of shit. And this goes for all of you guys who do that shit. You guys are all human feces. All right? Whatever happens to you because you bring this karma on yourself. All right? I don't give a fuck how much pain you're in. It's bullshit. Your pain is more important than the pain of that person's mother. You're a piece of shit. You're selfish. You guys don't care about nobody else, not even your own crew. You care about yourself and your own little enjoyment and clicks and all whatever you guys get from the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, you're subhuman individuals. I don't give a fuck if I'm a meme. At least I'm not a piece of shit. I don't make fun of dead people. I'm on the right side of history. I could die tomorrow. One of y'all niggas could pop me in the head because I'm actually being a regular person and not a piece of shit, and I'll still be dead on the right side of history. Goofies. I eat that thing. Anyhow, let's see what's going on here with the boy Top 5. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what kind of updates are going on with him, because there's been a lot of talks. People have been saying having a lot of different theories. I tried to call him earlier. Cloverfly said no one's touching. You know what? We can't guarantee that, bro. These niggas are so stupid, ignorant, and freaking retarded that we can't guarantee that. Because niggas get mad over dumb shit. Oh, you're dissing the man them. I'm trying to tell you guys to stop killing people. That's dissing? Okay. You know how many times I've gotten DMs? You're dissing the man them. I'm trying to tell you guys to do the right thing. And that's dissing. You know what that is? That's backward thinking. So how am I supposed to argue or even depend or predict the unpredictability of people who don't even think, who think backward? We're talking about the same people who make fun of dead people. So why would I ever expect them to do something right and not kill an innocent? Because that's what they be doing, taking out Fridays, taking out an innocent. But guess what? These weirdos take out innocents all the time. So it would be right in their wheelhouse. I'm not talking about any specific crew. I'm talking about all you niggas. All of you guys have an innocent under your belt. Nobody rates y'all for that, bro. I don't care how much chains or how much money you guys have. Nobody rates y'all for that. Calling yourself a demon is not a flex. I hear that thing. Cowards. Facts. No, man, this shit pisses me off. Because, listen, I post a lot of shit on the channel, and people gravitate towards the bullshit that you guys do. But it's actually rotting the scene from the inside. You know how long it's been taking for the Toronto scene to really be able to get up to a certain point? But you guys don't give a fuck as long as you got all the chains and all the whatever. Who cares about everybody else? And then we'll make it hot so that nobody else can get money, as long as we getting money. I eat that thing. Why should anybody fuck with y'all if that's how you guys move? You make it hard for everybody else to move. I'm not even going to Caravana this year. I've been going to Caravana for I don't know how many decades at this point. And I'm not even going to Caravana anymore because y'all fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? What we need to normalize is making the other shit cool. If I post something about somebody who's not into bullshit, normalize making that a viral post. Not what these idiots are doing. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are normalizing the wrong shit. And this is why we're in the position that we're in. You guys make posts go viral with niggas with their heads cracked. You like the post, you jump under the comments, he, all kind of idiot thing. You're pushing the algorithm. You've made the algorithm where Toronto is known for being ignorant and dumb with a cringe accent. Holy. Piss me off, man. Anyhow. Yo, I'm not even telling black people to chill. It's mad races of people who are just stupid. It's their own. You guys are not. It's not a black or white thing. You guys are your own nationality. It's called retarded. Holy. Done demonetize my own goddamn video. Just because Toronto niggas can't stop moving weird. And nobody DM me. If y'all gonna pop me in my head and pop me in my fucking head then about it then. Don't fucking DM me and give the stupid ass threats. Yo, Friday, you're a pack. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Nobody cares. I don't care no more, man. You guys are weird, bro. So let me just pull up a clip here. And big salute to Glasses. We're gonna have the Glasses Malone interview just now.
Tried to do that, went for the gusto. He wasn't fucking around. He tried to kill Top 5, folks. And Top 5 already a troll, folks. He finna be out here like 50 Cent on BD. Folks finna be out here like 50 Cent, folks. I ain't even gonna lie, folks. He finna be out here like 50 Cent, folks. Y'all can't tell me no different, folks. On BD, he finna be out here like 50 Cent. Folks finna drop a mini man on their ass and everything, folks, on BD. You tried to kill him. It didn't even happen, folks. On BD. Now, one thing about killing a nigga and he don't die is he gonna troll on BD. He might troll. Some niggas get the picture like, damn, I could have been dead. Let me fall back. But niggas like Top 5, it ain't gonna do nothing but make him worse. I'm telling you, folks. I ain't even gonna lie, folks. Like, that shit makes some niggas worse on BD.
Yeah, do y'all think that this is a fact? Do you think that when Top 5 does come back onto the scene, that he's gonna come back on the same troll shit? Because it's kind of a double-edged sword. Let me ask you guys in a poll here. Will Top 5 come back on the same ish? Let's do that. My apologies for before, guys. I spazzed. You know what I'm saying? I spaz sometimes. All right. Will Top 5 come back on the same ish? hold on. One second. Yeah, brother. I'm just making sure because sometimes these guys are on different time over there. So I asked in the poll here, will top 5 come back on the same shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to like use his name and then the my youth in the same sentence. But that youth that got arrested the other day, I've been seeing the Reddit saying like, oh, that's a product of even the shit that I was just ranting about 2 minutes ago. Okay. All of this, we're smoking on this person. It's funny to troll dead and all that type of bullshit. Like, yeah, y'all might have created young monsters because there's a 14-year-old kid out there who's now about to do life, probably, or maybe not life. His life is mashed up for sure. But like, he's watching you guys doing your thing, and he's like, yo, that's the cool shit. If people are saying that type of shit, I'm not gonna say it's a reach. You know what I'm saying? Because look what they're coming up on. I ain't even gonna take the accountability from us as older heads, as a man who was on the Real Toronto back in the days, who was on the bullshit too. Let me just double check on what Trapler Ross is saying here, if he has any updates, or if he's tried to have any updates, because the last update that ever came from this was the whole thing with Julian. You know what I'm saying? They're saying that Julian popped back out. Let me pull up the freaking post. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, Julian popped back out, and they're saying that that nigga's alive. I don't know if that has any correlation with him and Presser on the phone. That's again a bunch of trolling. Okay, niggas is in serious situations and then they use the internet to troll each other about it. Like, to be honest, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Okay, salute to Top 5. Keep doing your thing. As far as any updates that you guys want from what's going on with him, he's going to be back here in Toronto probably in the next week. All right, well, when he's able to fly again. All right, but let's get to what we came here for who y'all see on the thumbnail. I've been on these Twitter streets. I be talking. Sometimes I have my little rants, you know what I mean? I got Twitter fingers sometimes. And I love to have debates with this gentleman. He's been out here doing this thing, trailblazing from the West Coast from time, G. All right. He's an artist, podcaster, and just an all-around legend in the game. I would like to welcome back to the We Love Hip Hop Network, Glasses Malone in the motherfucking building. Welcome back, brother. Hold on, your audio's not there. Let's make sure we get your audio good, and then we can get to it.
Much better, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the deal?
What's going on, man? How's it going, brother?
Man, everything is good, man. Just living it and getting ready to put out some music. So cranking up.
Can we get to talking about some of that before we get into some of the talking points that I have here for you today, man? Because sure. I know that you dropped some new music, and do you have like an EP out like right now, if I'm not mistaken?
No, I'm still promoting Canceled. I didn't do a really great job of it, but that's all I've been promoting, Canceled. That's it. Cancel These Nuts. The album I put out about 15 months ago.
So, this conversation that we have here that we're about to get into, man, I feel like kind of sparked off of some stuff that I've been saying on Twitter. I'm going to get to that post in a minute. But one thing I want to ask you about where we are now in 2025, do you feel that the culture has shifted from 2024 to now? That cultural shift that everybody's been quote unquote hoping for, I guess?
It's a really weird, like, I don't know if okay. So when we talk about the culture, that's pretty much the mannerism and behaviors of areas, right? The get down. So I
Mhm.
don't know if that's quite shifted as much. Well, I guess it kind of did. You know what? Why not? I don't think we. I think now everybody's eye is up a little bit more. Everybody's kind of looking a little bit more closer to what's happening. Um, I think hip hop had got into a space to where it was just, the art part of it was, and even people consuming it, fans consuming it, it got to a place to where like we wasn't paying attention. Everything was fine. And now it's kind of really, burrowed itself back into like the idea of street urban culture in its initial. Like it's like everybody is really careful with what they're digesting, what's the messaging, you know what I mean? Like what's really going on. And it definitely did. I guess that's fair. It wedged itself back into, okay, we're attentive. Like we're like, okay, what's really going on with this person? If you're putting out a song, if you're putting out an album, what's the real energy behind this person? Like what's going on? You know what I mean? Like what's happening? So it did kind of shift. It's definitely not as lackadaisical as it once was, you know what I mean, over the last decade plus.
I can agree with that to a degree because the new Clips album did really well in the first week. I think it did like 114,000 in the first
Yeah,
week.
that shit's crazy. That's 120,000 in 7 days is like that's a big statement. You know what I mean? Especially for an independent record, that's a big statement.
Yeah, for lyrically driven hip hop, stuff that you might have to listen to a few times to catch it. Like that's a breath of fresh air. But like I feel like for the most part, everything else, with the exception of let's say Kendrick's songs that are on the chart from last year and this year, we're still back to the same bullshit. Like Playboy Cardi's still the hottest shit. Yeet, and all of these guys are still hot for the young boys.
I don't know if I wouldn't say lyrical. Like I don't like that kind of that part of it because that's not true. It's been lyrical for the last. It's always been lyrical. It's always been people who was very much master craftsmen. There are people who are really good culturally, and social media has created a space to where what you see is more important than what you hear. So somebody could be a disruptive, entity visually, like a Playboy Cardi, or something like that. But even when you say Playboy Cardi is still the hottest, it's like he just dropped a project and nothing happened. You know what I mean? It performed well in the first 7 days, but the next, 8 to 14 days, it kind of was like, okay, and then 15 to 21 days, it was like, whatever. And then 22 to 28 days, it was like, yeah, it never happened. So, there was a time a few years ago where Cardi would have dropped a project and it would have hung over. You'd have saw conversations going on for months and months. And now it's like, okay, I think he fed his base. And then the core of, the folks who consume hip hop, it's not pushing onto them anymore. It's not, pushing on to us anymore. It's like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? And now there's a lot of us in that space to where it's like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Like you need to try harder.
Is it to me? I feel like it might be just a whole music thing in a whole, like people's consumption. It's 1 week you're listening to the premiere of it, and then by next week we're on to something else. Shannon Sharp gets into some shit, or somebody gets into something else, and we just like, okay, follow the bouncing ball. Like it's all mixed up together, like music, content, everything is just all one thing anymore. So it's like,
we're at a time. Definitely, we're at a time. I had a great conversation with my dad. My pops should be 78 this year.
Salute.
And we were talking, and he was telling me like, man, when I was growing up, like it was only one television on the block. Like they had the only television on the block in the neighborhood. So people would come to their house and watch TV, right? And he was saying that everybody was entertained by radio. You would be entertained by boxing matches on the radio, basketball games on the radio, like everything was broadcasted on the radio. So everybody, even the most poorest people in the community had a radio. And it's the exact opposite today, where everybody has a TV in their hand. Like we all walk around with a TV and nobody has a radio. And it made me think like, damn, like back then, everything had to be conveyed with what you hear. So it was definitely a lot more emphasis on what you heard. It wasn't even so much on what you saw. But here we are today, you know what I mean? Because everybody got a TV in their hand, everything is what you see. So when you look at somebody like Cardi, like if hip hop is this disruptive kind of sound and this loud and obnoxious sound, you know what I mean? That was at a time when radio was dominant. So it's disruption was what you heard, yelling, you know, LL Cool J is hard as hell. You know, you was yelling, you could feel the disruption. Today, everything is you can see the disruption. When you look at somebody like Cardi or Uzi, and they may have piercings in these weird places, and visually, you know, they're disruptive, you know, something to look upon where they're kind of like they're almost eyesores, you know what I mean? So I think we kind of plateaued there, you know what I mean? And, you know, last year kind of accumulated into a place to where it was like, yeah, the jig is up. The jig is up. It's like, it got to get closer to something that's related to the center of it, like how it started. Like, so, I think we're starting to see that.
So are you okay with the collaboration between Kendrick and Playboy Cardi?
I don't fuck with nobody who diss God. So I don't fuck with Cardi at all. But you know what I mean? God is my man, and whatever he do, you know, he an adult. He was he's finna be 40 coming up. So it's like it ain't my opinion. He didn't ask me my opinion, but I don't fuck with none of them people who be dissing God and all that, cause I'm not with none of that punk shit, especially not no black people. I ain't fucking with none of that. So I don't fuck with Cardi at all.
I fuck with you, bro, because that's a super honest opinion. I've seen a lot of people move the goalpost and find, you know, oh, well, he said in the song back in 2015, It's okay to just say, I don't mess with the guy he did the collab with, but I mess with homie.
Yeah, hell yeah. But shit, that's how it is. You know what I mean? I don't fuck with that shit at all. But you know that ain't my. He may have his own reasons. That's his business. But yeah, I don't fuck with homie at all. You know what I mean? I don't fuck with none of them dudes that's dissing God, cause I'm not fucking with none of that shit they got going on. And that ain't to say I'm gonna go out and speak about them or try to stop they shine or nothing. But yeah, I'm not fucking with that at all. I'm not giving that shit nothing. Fuck, cause that's where I'm at with it.
Dude, I had like some rebuttal points or some shit for you. I don't even have, I can't even use them, bro.
Yeah, nah. I mean, you know me, dog. You know, like I think there's a kind of a sentiment around because Dot is, you know, my homeboy, my friend, that we always agree on everything, and that's just not true. You know, some people I fuck with, he don't agree with. Some people he don't fuck. You know, I don't fuck with them people. No, that's my man, though. You know what I'm saying? So shit, that's him and his moves.
No, I respect it, man. I respect it. There's a clip that I want to get to over here, and I think that's I wouldn't say, because we were gonna have this conversation eventually anyway, but I think the timing is perfect from a post that you made not too long ago, and from my homie. What's the dirt?
Oh yeah.
All right,
I don't know. Dude got dope content. He cool.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like as far as over there in the West Coast, or LA specifically, he might be looked at as like public enemy number one. There's a lot of people who don't mess with him over there. Let me pull up your page.
I don't know. It's always odd when you see a other kind of speaking. You know what I mean? So it's gonna always be taken with a grain of salt.
Wow, bro.
I don't think it's not no real element to him like outside. Like no, people don't really quite know him. It's just us in the loop of what's happening.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it from your tweets over here of the exact.
Oh yeah. And the Raekwon album was cool too.
Yeah. Okay, here it is. So it says, really doing real hip hop.
Yeah,
we got to talk, man. Just adjust how you see things,
because it's so weird.
So I'm gonna play a little bit of the clip so the people can get some context here. Oh man.
The way that these guys push narratives is fucking sickening. Hip hop is back, bro. Lyrics are in. I can feel the shift, bro. I don't know about you. Okay, if that's the case, then why didn't you react to a single album that Boldy James put out this year when he put out 6? How come no one talked about Larry June and 2 Chainz album? What about the LP that Nems dropped? Busta Rhymes dropped an EP. Never heard anyone talk about that. What about Jim Jones? He dropped an album. What about Currency and Harry Fraud? What about Young Buck's new album? Smoke Dizza, he dropped a tape. Wait, so if you're so for the culture and representing the culture, why didn't you talk about KRS-One's album? Let's go to the other side of it. What about Coda the Friend? Fairly new rapper, right? Really doing real hip hop. How come no one reacted to his album? Capadonna, Wu-Tang.
So I'm not going to go through the whole list, but he's basically making a point that this is like the full circle of the point here.
I wonder why. Because it had a massive Rock Nation push, one of the biggest industry pushes we've seen in years, and that you'll actually make fucking money if you talk about this. Again, because you care so much about hip hop, you got to talk about Drake's new tracks or anything he does and talk about how it's totally not hip hop, right? Yet, because you represent hip hop so fully, you got to talk about Drake's lawsuit and how that's not hip hop. But now all of a sudden, real hip hop is back, right? It's a bunch of malarkey. They've been pushing it for a year. People are sick of it. I'm calling it out. I'm sick of it.
Okay, we'll stop there. I responded and I said, he's right. What was wrong with the message, or was it the messenger?
Everybody is not a journalist. So just like hip hop is not the songs. The songs are artistic expressions of the culture, right? So yes, like the albums, right? Different albums represent hip hop, but hip hop is so much more than just an album, or an album by this person or album by this person. And then the expression of really doing real hip hop, it just looked funny. It's like somebody doing fake hip, like what? You know what I mean? Like I get it. You know what I mean? If I get the thought, but it's like you have to understand that there's more to this than just a bunch of artists or rap songs. Like it's a representation of what's happening. So I get it. He's not lying. There are people that are into the algorithm, right? Because they're making a business out of making content. But that don't mean that person also is into hip hop. Or do these people happen to know what culture is about? They're just kind of talking about a feeling that's happening that they couldn't articulate if you asked them to. So it's like, somebody like Rob Markman talk about all those albums, right? Because that's what he's a journalist who reviews music. I don't quite know who he is talking about, like which, because I'm sure there's one person that triggered that, and then other people kind of came into play, but I'm sure there's one person. I would like to know who he feels has that platform that's, that triggered that kind of outrage.
I think it might be, and listen, I can't speak for him because I didn't speak to him directly about that in particular, but I think from what he's saying, there's a lot of those albums that people are not even going to touch because, true, it's not going to touch the algorithm. So he might not be talking about one person specifically. He might be talking about all of us, like myself included. I'm guilty of not covering the shit that's not drama.
But you're not a music. You're not a music. It's a difference when, like, we're not the source. We're not even like I'm probably credible on the music scene, but like I don't review music for artists. Like I'm a culturist. I mean, I study street urban culture. You know what I mean? And the art that comes with it, but not just the art, but what goes into the art. What inspires the art is just as important to me as the art. So I think he's talking about specifically people who cover the art. A lot of the things that I talk about is what affects the people. So it's not necessarily about, trust me, I could have I could have a million conversations, I'm sure, that go viral. I mean, how much stuff I've been around. I could talk about, Wayne and Drake, like a situation between them. I could talk about Snoop, and I start talking about every big artist in the game in situations that I know versus, trying to be a little bit more pure and speak about where we are as a culture, people that inspire the art that we call hip hop. So right. I don't quite know, but I think Rob Markman talks about all of those people. I know Rob Markman talked about Bodie James. Rob is one of those guys that I would go to. Justin Hunt. I'm sure Justin Hunt talked about the Busta Rhymes album. Those are the guys that I would go to hear their opinion on music. But a lot of times when I go listen or when I'm looking or consuming hip hop content, I'm not actually looking for the music as much as I'm looking at why should I be paying attention to music, or what inspires the music, or what's been inspired by the music.
Yeah.
And that's really the cornerstone of hip hop. You know what I mean? Like I was explaining this on a stream with another homie, and I was talking about the UK rappers, how they got this kind of weird reimagination of revolutionary and hip hop. I don't know what they doing, the Revolutionary Wars, just some weird stuff. And I was saying, like, they have a bunch of really good writers in London rap. Like their writers are amazing. They write well. They technical devices as far as the English language is exquisite. But hip hop is so much slang, Black. Like it's so much slang, homie. Like it's slang, it's mannerism, it's style, it's get down. It's not just the writing part of it. The writing part, as much as it feels like it's the centerpiece, is not. You know what I mean? It's a style. It's a way you do things. When we were talking about the battle, right? Like when we was talking about the battle, I was like, I remember telling you, I'm like, yeah, no, the homie is as great of a writer as my homie.
Right.
But it's a style thing that comes with it that it can really decide the winner. Like if you go back to KRS-One battling MC Shan, he didn't write anything crazy. It was how he made it feel. It was the style, how he kind of embodied that reggae, that energy in the Bronx and his upbringing, and then put it into an idea where you celebrated making fun of somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's getting lost because, you know, everybody wants entry. You know what I mean? So they like, well, I can write as good as the next person, but do you have the style? You know, do you have the flavor? Do you have the get down, the mannerisms that make this work? And I think that's where, you know, what's the dirt or whatever. I think he's like, everybody, we're not the new versions of the Source of the XXL, homie. Like we're not that. Like I'm for sure not, you know, Benzino or Rob Kenner. I'm not, I'm not going out to, like, I'm working on some content now where I'm finna be up in Canada in one of the cities talking to like homies up there that got a Crip gang, how they got their Crip gang up there. Like I'm into the culture that inspires the art. Like I'm into the actual street urban culture itself, the things that go into how we live, how we like, why is it this way? Why do we carry ourselves this way? Everything about that. So it's like, I get what he's saying, but I think that's kind of been the sentiment over the last 14 months where it's like, wait a minute, you know, what is this culture thing? I didn't know this existed because it was like second nature. And then you had the homies from New York. They like, you know, they giving you the 5 elements. They like, oh, it's the elements of rap and DJing and, you know, MCing, DJing and graffiti and dancing and the knowledge. They don't have to talk about style in New York because it's like second nature. Like flavor is second nature in New York. Everybody got flavor. You know what I mean? It's a flavor that comes from ghettos that's seasoned a certain way, and it escapes the ghettos too, but it's a flavor. And so I think that's what he doesn't quite understand. So a lot of the conversations that he feel like are being repeated are more about how they're affecting the way of life of everybody culturally around this fold, if that makes sense.
I see it makes sense, but I also feel like he gets a lot of backlash, and not from you yourself, because I don't feel like you were disrespectful to him, but like the comments went crazy. Like, get him out of here, culture vulture, Canadian bacon, whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the internet is a horribly cruel place, even when they don't mean it.
Yeah,
like it's people. Man, every day is people hearing me talking crazy, and they be talking about how many followers I got or how many records I sold or how much money I make. I'm like, bro, you don't have any followers. You ain't made, like, I made millions of dollars, and you think I'm supposed to feel bad because this person made, like, I made a ton of money, but, you know, they not thinking. They're so busy just using that power of social media to try to bother somebody they feel like, you know, I don't know. They just different. Social media is different.
Yeah, but I get it too, right? Where as soon as I defended him, or I just put any kind of, I just said, I agree. Oh, 2 stupid Canadians over there. We don't want to hear nothing from y'all. You know whose fault this is, right? Bro. But it's partially, it's your man's fault.
Who?
Not like us.
That's not
You
about
not
Canada.
like us.
That is not Canada. There's people from Canada like us. What the fuck? There's a ton of people from Canada that's like us. He's talking about people outside of this thing we call us. And it's not, trust me, it is not an all-American anthem. It's not what happened. He didn't intend for that. When he was saying us, he did not have Donald Trump in mind or Joe Biden in mind. It's not us. That's not the us we're talking about.
Okay. But if we get into the intricacies of not even just not like us, but Euphoria, okay? I'd rather, what is it about the Pac ring than have a Canadian have Pac turning in his grave.
Sure.
What's wrong with having a Canadian wearing the ring? He's a successful artist who's achieved so many different things.
Sure.
The man can't buy Pac's ring. What if he even got permission to buy it? Is it still disrespectful because he's Canadian?
It's not this. Look, I think sometimes you can't take a battle overtly too serious. Don't get me wrong. I do think he mean a lot of this shit, but I don't think he means it in that regards as much as at that moment he's in combat. And it's like every little thing now is a mountain. It might have been this big at first, but now that we here, you feel me? Let's go all the way. Like let's go all the way. You know what I mean? So it's hilarious, but no, that's how it is. It's your man's fault, man. It's he did this. He did this. I told them don't do the battle. I know Stunner told him don't do the battle. It was just a bad idea, and he just did it anyway. And now it created this.
Hold on.
Needed to happen.
Not to interrupt. Two Glasses. You spoke to the homie. You told him don't do the battle.
Everybody, me and Stunner talk. All of it, like everybody telling him the same thing. It's not worth it.
What do you mean tell him? Did you tell him like over a tweet or did you holler at him via DM? Say
No. I ain't talked to homie in years. I'm just saying I know the people that we communicate the same people told him what I thought. But you know, I think my words is gonna fall on deaf ears because like the more I learn about hip hop and you know, he could feel some kind of way about how I'm seeing the game now. But that's not to take away from his talent or how incredible of an act he is. It's just important we preserve this thing for the people it's supposed to give a voice to.
You don't do that, Glasses.
That's
you
true.
did. You said how. I wish I could rewind because we're live right now.
Sure.
How great of an actor he is.
No, an act, not an actor. Act. Okay. He's not a great actor. He's a great act. I mean, like as a talent, he's like a really good writer. He's a great he's an all-time great record maker. You know what I mean? He knows he's like a well-trained machine, bro. Is brilliant. You know what I mean? He's a brilliant cat. But he also is so culturally so fucking ignorant that like, and it's because he's been able to trample, you know what I mean, through this shit accidentally, and nobody said nothing. And now it's like it just all falls down on him at once, and it's just a lot. You know, it's a lot for anybody. But it's only because you got too goddamn far out of control with this shit. You start really acting like you was just on the shit, and it's like, all right, you know what I mean? Now, you know, and then you bumped into somebody that you didn't think was on the shit, and they own the shit way more than these stupid ass songs are saying. They own the bullshit. Like Dot is on some bullshit. Like this is who he is. He funny. I remember I told you this. He funny. He really stupid. He don't stop. He really got a fucking dark ass sense of humor, and he will keep going. Like we were on tour, bro. We sang the MC Hammer diss to Jay-Z every day. We knew it word for word. Like you get what I'm saying? Like it's a different type of opponent. Like where if you look back at my tweets with Meek, I was encouraging him. I'm like, man, this is a good one. He popping it. Go get at him. You know, do your thing. Cut his head off. This one, man, not just because he my homeboy, but this is a bad battle, bro. Even if you win, this is gonna be fucked up. You know what I mean? Leave that shit alone, fool. Like you don't gotta, you don't get in every fight every time somebody call you. Sometimes you wait until you ready for the fight when you ready for it.
But did it start with Drake or did it start with Kendrick? Because I feel like Control really started this shit. Like if we're gonna go way back,
that's kind of where. But even that was some tender shit. Like I'm better than Dot. I'm gonna say that shit right now. He's not finna come out and be like, man, Glasses said he's better than, you know, he's not finna do all of that whiny kind of shit, energy, you know, Drake and Cole had, that shit is just hella whiny. Like, oh, he said he's better than us, and I hope he keeps that same energy. That ain't no energy. That's what this thing is about. It's an energy that you want to be the best, and you want to come out and you want to be on top. You don't want to be second or third. You definitely don't want to be a part of no fucking big three. The fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, no, I want to be the man. You know what I mean? I got in this shit to be the best I can be. I ain't no 3 gold medals. It's 3 medals. I want the gold. I don't care if y'all had the silver or the bronze. So that's the energy. And if that was what started this for them, you know what I mean? Then something is like they too tender. That's like some hip hop shit. Like, nigga, rap. Like, he want to be the best. To me, he didn't name people that he didn't think was in the running of competing. He named the people he felt that was competitive. And said, I want to be better. I'm trying to cut all y'all heads off when we on the song. That's not no big deal. We used to cut each other heads off every day in the studio. You know what I mean? Every day we was in the studio, we used to cut each other heads off. We be rapping verses, talking crazy. That's just what you do. You pop it.
So post-battle, what's your thoughts on both artists right now on where they are in the, just as far as their careers? Like, do you think everybody's recovered well?
I mean, I think Kendrick is at an all-time high in mainstream appeal. You know, like, his mainstream appeal is all-time high. You know, for lack of better comparison, you know, it's like if Tupac battled Madonna while alive. You know, if that could happen, if Madonna was a rapper and, you know, her mainstream type of success and iconic status and known all over the world and shit versus kind of the biggest thing in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Glasses,
usually,
I know you too well now, bro. You gotta stop that, man.
What?
Who's Tupac and who the fuck is Madonna in this equation?
Drake is Madonna. That only sounds bad. No, that only sounds bad because it's a lady. Okay, let me think of a woman. Let me think of a man who had like Madonna's pop appeal.
Tupac and Michael Jackson. Let's do that.
No,
Prince
it's
and
not.
Michael.
It's different. It's different because Michael Jackson was an urban act that went pop. Like, you'd have to have somebody who started pop so you can understand how they started to wedge themselves into the culture versus somebody came out of the culture. Like, you know, Drake is a brother, you know what I mean? But he wasn't, you know, niggas was talking shit when he first came out, and, you know, it was kind of like hella Nickelodeon. It was clean, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, and not even in a hip hop clean sense. It wasn't like LL. It was kind of like, you looked at him kind of like, you know, critique when people would talk about him to me, be like, oh man, he just soft. I never heard that really about people in hip hop before, where because they never saw nobody come from Nickelodeon and get,
The Fresh Prince.
Nigga, Will Smith was a kid rapper who used to rap to kids. It's different. Drake is like, was on Nickelodeon. You know what I mean? It was different.
That's that goalpost movement again, bro.
No, look, I think you're looking at Will Smith later. Will Smith.
No, I'm looking at him. I want to fight Mike Tyson. He came in, he was probably 17, 18, whatever. He was very young, yes, but he wasn't no kid rapper. He was just a corny ass dude.
Yeah, but we looked at him making songs for kids. Like, for me, you know, like, you didn't look at him like Drake wasn't like Will Smith. Like, Drake didn't make songs for kids. Like, he was like this adult who was like really well spoken and, you know what I mean, came from Nickelodeon and really articulate that music. And, you know, he was just sharp, you know what I mean? But it didn't have the edge, you know what I mean? And it was just different.
Yes.
So he started off as a pop act as far as when he was presented to the world, right? To the world.
Yes.
Now, so I think it got to a place. So the reason I compare it to Madonna, because Madonna started off as a pop act and then wedged herself culturally into where we was at. Like, Madonna kind of, like, niggas start playing Madonna. Like, older homies, you would see older G homies, them be really off holiday. And you'd be like, damn. You know what I mean? They was off of it. So as he wedged himself into that place, you know what I'm saying? It was different. But the battle was always somebody who was, you know, exposed to pop budgets since the beginning of their career and was like a pop icon success story, you know, from Nickelodeon to rap and they're like popular. And then you took like kind of the guy that's like the most revered guy in hip hop. You know what I mean? The guy that all, you know, people have a respect for, even the people that don't listen. It's like, yeah, but you know, that guy's cool. And like those two entities competed. You know what I mean? It's like like a game between LeBron and Messi or something. You know what I mean? It's just a different exposure level. And so it made Kendrick rise to his greatest, popularity. And for Drake, it kind of ostracized him culturally. You know what I mean? Where he doesn't lose anything because he's still like this incredible record maker. And, he's going to make some songs that you're going to think is catchy. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have success because he got a fan base of people. And he's just like outright dope. I mean, he's talented. So that's what changed. Like,
I feel like they kind of do the same thing, but just maybe in different voices, because Kendrick will take the chances. He has a song with Taylor Swift. He takes chances of doing poppy type shit. He's a capitalist just like anybody else. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
But
I just don't, I feel like they're not two sides of different coin. They're two sides of the same coin.
No. Drake didn't need anybody. Drake didn't need anybody to cross over.
He's had himself. He does the hooks. He raps and he does the hooks.
But it's not the music that makes you cross over. It's like, can you sell the white dollars? You know what I mean? Could you, like, it's different. Like Future used Drake to cross over.
Okay,
Drake didn't need anybody to cross over. You know what I mean? Like Drake was, because he's a kid from Nickelodeon, he's a little bit more well-spoken. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to put him in front of a room full of anybody, and it's just different. His appeal is going to naturally, let's be honest, he light-skinned too. Like, all of this stuff matters when they start financing what people see. You know what I mean? And Dot had to make efforts and moves, and they had to go through this critical space, right? I remember after To Pimp came out, he was doing, like, this is 2 platinum albums in, he's doing the House of Blues in Cleveland. You know what I mean? Like, so Drake was always different. Friday, like, always, like,
I'm not even taking that away. He's always different, but they're both they're both working within the same genre. They're both hip hop. I don't look at Drake as a pop act.
It's different.
Who's in hip hop sometimes. He's in hip hop, and his music is so popular that it crosses over to pop.
No, it was always crossover. First song, best I had. First song.
That was his first song. We know
best
this.
I ever had.
That was his first song to blow up.
Best I ever had a pop budget.
Yes, but that was the first song to blow up. That's the Young Money time.
I'm saying that's his first single push with a label.
Yes, but when Drake came in, he was a rapper. We didn't even know he sung until
But it's not.
We heard the mixtape.
It's not the singing, right? It's like Post Malone is a rapper. I know, not to compare them, because one makes country music. It's just different. But I'm just saying.
And one's a super culture vulture, and one isn't.
No, that's not. Well, I don't even know.
Post Malone is a super culture vulture. If you hear this, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Because he came in White Iverson with the braids, and then now he's a complete country singer with a cowboy hat. Like,
and you don't use the culture of the same culture vulturous behavior, or is it
because he's no, it's not even having anything with him being a brother. He's consistently still rapping. It's not like he came in, rapped a little bit, and then did a whole bunch of pop songs and was like, "Bye, guys." No, he's constantly trying to prove himself in rap. I
think you're not realizing rap is a mainstream vocal delivery for a lot of performances.
For somebody like Flow Rider.
Just because you rap don't mean you like hip hop.
Yeah, like Flow Rider. But Drake is not Flow Rider.
Or like Jack Harlow, who really be MCing. He's gonna have pop budgets.
So Jack Harlow not hip hop?
I told Drama that, so Drama already been mad at me for saying that. No.
Why not?
Because it's not just the ability to rap. It's not just like, it don't mean that these people aren't great rappers. It just means it's something else happening as well. You know what I'm saying?
So do they have to come from a street background to be considered hip hop? Because Kwame's hip hop, Special Ed's hip hop.
It's not a street background, right? It's street urban culture. Like it's like don't get me wrong. I think the street and the urban communities create the style, but they go to suburban places that are kind of close. Like, right? Imagine it like a big tree, and the tree spreads out, the leaves spread out, and they cover way more than just the base of the trunk where they grow from. And then the pollen falls down onto everybody even close. Like where we from, Carson is a suburban community of Compton. Inglewood's a suburban community of Los Angeles. But because they are so close to the trunk of the tree, they get, you know, pollen and you know, the same things. They breathe in the same thing, so they talk the same. They act the same. They live the same. They may have a suburban feel, but they are very much. And it's like when you say Kwame, like you listen to him, he has the style of inner city New York. Even if he came from a suburban community, he still, you know, he speaks like, you know, the urban community. You know what I'm saying? He still speaks that way.
It's the same thing with like De La Soul. De La Soul came from Long Island. Long Island is not the hood of New York. It's like there are some hood areas in there.
But especially New York City, because I always say hip hop could only start it at a place like New York City. Because I'm in New York last month, right? I'm doing some stuff. I ended up doing Bad Few. Shout out to Heino and Essex and Esso, Heineken Esso. I'm riding a train from Midtown, which is Hell's Kitchen, to Harlem, right? I'm going to 127th and Lenox. So I'm riding the C train, Crib Gang, right? I'm C train, boom. I'm talking to a dude from Brooklyn, right? We chopping it up on the stop. We chopping it up about hip hop loud. A dude from Queens walk up and he jump in it. We get on the C train. A white man that looked like he worth about $700 million, and you could tell this white man come from some paper, he hop in. Two ladies, two young girls, they got to be somewhere 20, 25, hop in the conversation. Like, it's just this big, loud conversation of hip hop happening on the C train going to Harlem by all these people. That could only happen in New York City like that. And it wasn't random. Like every time I'm in New York, that's the energy. Like everybody is seasoned with, let's say, the urban community. So even when we say Long Island, like Long Island may not be Southside Jamaica, it ain't far enough. They still the same thing. Now, it may not be as poor. You know what I mean? It may not be, but trust me, they talk just like the rest of everybody else because New York is so small, you can't get away from each other. It ain't like where you from or where I'm from, like Toronto or Los Angeles. We probably got more ghettos than Toronto, but Toronto got ghettos. But y'all have more places where people don't have to cross with people from where we from. Same in Los Angeles. Like it's people that never cross with us. That never crossed with people that grew up in Compton and Watts or South Central. Never. They never even been to Compton, Watts, or South Central. New York is different. You not finna go to New York and not run into the brothers. You're gonna run into the culture. You're gonna run into the flavor, and you're gonna get seasoned. And Friday, you're gonna run into them often. You're not gonna even run into them once or twice. And part of that is, again, remember how small it is. Everybody's on top of each other, and everybody rides public transportation.
Yes, but I feel like that's the equivalent of over here in Toronto. Toronto, fourth largest city in America, in North America. Very urban as far as like where everybody's stacked up on top of each other and downtown to all over different ends. Obviously, there's some places that are less stacked up, but there's a combination of the two. We got project housing over here.
I know.
We got shit traffic. We got crime that might not be as high as other places, but
you do not have to convince me.
It's crazy.
Listen, I agree.
So, coming from those
Toronto, I agree. Toronto has street urban places. We talked about this last time Friday.
Yeah,
like I met different people from Toronto, homies. Like that's real troopers, real solid homies. That is different though. Like there's places in Toronto where you never got to cross Friday. You will never run into people like Friday. That's not like that in New York. You're gonna run in if you're in New York, you're gonna run into Friday. I don't care where you live. It's just you got to get out the city.
As far as because I've been through all over New York. If I live in somewhere in Long Island where my grandmother used to work in and clean somebody's house, okay, you ain't gonna run into a Friday over there unless I'm going to visit my grandmother.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. As soon as you leave, you're gonna run into Friday. As soon as
I get back to Brooklyn, yeah.
No, it ain't because it's in Long Island. They got it in Long Island too.
Yeah, if I go to Hempstead.
Some of my homies at street races from Long Island. Like I got homie, they thugging in Long Island, even if
Yeah.
they're not thugging in every neighborhood. I'm just saying, as soon as you leave, when you go to school in Long Island, you're gonna go to school with somebody that's from the culture. You're not gonna miss it. And it's not like that, like in Los Angeles or in Toronto. There are places you could be and don't never run into Friday. There's never a reason to run into Friday in your life at all. There's never one reason you're gonna run into a Friday in Toronto, certain places, and in Los Angeles. Like, you may not run into Glasses if you live in Beverly Hills. You just may not. There's never a reason. You would never need to come to South Central. You'll never need to come to Watson Compton. You'll never need to come here. And there's never a reason for us to go to Beverly Hills. There's never a reason for us to go to all of these places. It's more places that we don't go to. We just have a bigger niche ghetto.
Let me ask you then, because I know you're not thinking that, I know you don't feel that, like, because he's from Canada that he's not hip hop. But can somebody come from Beverly Hills and be hip hop?
I would imagine, yes. I think somebody could go be from Toronto. I think people could be from a lot of things if they're raised somehow in the culture. Like if your dad is at your house all the time and he call you a little nigga your whole life, and this is where you're getting it, and your dad is that guy, your mom is that guy. Like always, I think I told you this last time, Friday. Like, if you really want to know if you hip hop, the first lesson you get in hip hop, and it's gonna sound crazy. First time you got your ass whooped at school and you went home and you told your parents, Mom, Dad, you got your ass whooped. If they told you to go back to school and fight that motherfucker, or if they said next time somebody put their hands on you, you better kick their ass, your ass is hip hop. Your ass is hip hop. If your mom told you, your dad told you to go tell the principal or go tell the teacher, you might not be hip hop. It may didn't work out for you, because hip hop is rooted in street urban culture. That stand up for yourself. Fuck they rules. This is the rule. The rule is to stand up for yourself.
It's up. I guess it can be one part of the rule book, I guess, but it's not the ultimate rule. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people's parents that were like, yo, so did you tell the teacher? And then they ended up becoming rappers. I'm not even thinking that Drake might have been in that category. You know what I mean? Maybe his mom told him, like, next time you go over, to go back in there and punch him in the face.
No,
I don't know what happened in the house.
No, she didn't.
I didn't grow up with them. I don't know.
Yeah, no, she didn't tell him that. But it's not just that, right?
Also, Glasses, he's never divulged that in the interview where he's like, well, my mom told me to go call the teacher when that shit type of happened. So
actually,
we're assuming.
Actually, he does say stuff like that. It is very much his conversation is very all popular ideal. You know what I mean? Like it is. Like, he does say stuff like that. Like when he was saying, like, he did an interview with this station in Canada, and they was like, he was explaining his music, and he was saying how his dad tried to cross the border, and the SWAT got on his dad, and he said, that's why the hood relates to my music.
How old was he there, man?
I swear to God, I'm not making that up.
He was probably like 17, not even in that.
No, he was 21, but it's not the age. Like, you don't say that specifically if that's not the thing. You don't say, I saw the SWAT jump on my dad because he illegally tried to cross the border, and that's why the hood relates to my music. That is crazy, Friday. Like, I get what he's trying to say, but that's very much an outsider's perspective of why we relate to each other.
It sounds like somebody who just said something dumb in an interview that when they got older was like, that was kind of stupid. I have a different perspective now. It sounds like a young man. It sounds like a young man's answer. Like, I interview people all the time, and respectfully, sometimes they have some great insight, and then sometimes they just give me little young YN answers.
But I don't think that was a bad answer. I think that's literally his idea of why people relate to him. I don't think. What else would be his relative? Like, what else would it be his relation? Like, where else would he connect to people that come from the ghetto of Toronto?
Being around people from the ghetto of Toronto.
Where was he around them?
When he was going up on, and y'all in the comments, I know there's certain people who know exactly the different streets and stuff like that. But when he was up on the Western Road flows, that comes from somewhere. He's not just cosplaying, saying that he was around Western Road. Western Road is a very popular area out here, you know what I mean, that has metro housing and stuff like that. He didn't just grow up in
I'm aware of Western Road, but if I remember correctly, he moved at 11. And I think
but it doesn't mean that as soon as he went over to Forest Hill, that he never connected back to any of his people. Hip Hop Hoops, thank you. Said that's where he was born, right?
True.
So it doesn't mean that he just left Western Road and never connected it with any of the man them over there ever again. You know what I'm saying?
So my question to you is, why isn't the initial of his career about Western Road?
He has a whole song called Western Road Flows.
No, not the initial part of his career. Like as he started, why is it more of a Houston, Atlanta, Vegas? Like he chose a pop route.
That's also choosing once you're going into the industry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it's right, but succumbing to some of the different things that the industry will tell you as far as making
Nobody
a hotter
told
song.
him that. Trust me, the one thing you can't tell me about is Lil J family. Stun him. You can't know Wayne. That's not true. You got to really understand how smart and well studied this dude was. He is not like, dog, he prepared for this moment. That's one thing I could compare him to Michael Jackson. Like Michael Jackson wrote a note to himself about who he was going to become. He was like, man, I'm finna be the man. People gonna believe in magic when I hit the stage. My name is no longer gonna be Michael Jackson. People ain't gonna even think about the Jackson 5 when they see me. I'm gonna be the best dancer. I'm gonna be the best actor. He prepared. Homie, Drake did the same thing. He prepared for this moment. He prepared. And the thing is, your sacrifice is your sacrifice. But you can't go in and change it when you get there and convince it's something different. We ain't stupid.
Listen, give me 1 second, Glasses. I'm gonna put something up so that people can watch. I gotta piss like a motherfucker. Holy shit. But I have a couple more questions I want to ask you before we end our convo.
All good.
I just want to put up something here so that people can watch here. Just give me a second. I've been holding this shit for a second. Holy. Give me a minute. My YouTube's been I'm just gonna put up. What should I put up? Maybe I should put up the interview that we did before. Where the hell is it? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna show you something. Cairo Snow. I was showing the audience earlier in the beginning of the stream. This is a 12-year-old rapper and producer out here, and he's knows his history for his age. I'm gonna play a little bit of it for you. 1 second. Where the hell is this shit? Playboy Cardi going on in there? Somebody?
Okay. I actually do listen to a little bit of Playboy Cardi.
Okay.
Like I listened to his new album. Yeah, I love Evil Jordan. Evil Jordan is probably the best song on his new album. I'm not gonna lie. Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 6. I'm listening to that.
Oh, you like the Carter 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I forgot to say, Lil Wayne. I study that guy. That guy's bars. His brain is wired a different way. I don't know how it works.
He's a Martian.
Literally, he's a Martian. Like, yeah.
No, bro. Like, it's actually blowing my mind of some of the selection that you have for people that you listen to. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, people around your age, like, well, you're 12 right now. So, what's your friends listening to?
I'm saying it.
They're listening to what's his name? Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
They're listening to what's his name? At one point they were listening to Drake. One point they were listening to Kendrick. One point they were listening to Ice Spice. One point they were listening to Central C.
Yeah.
It's been very up and down and up and down and up and down.
So as like with your musical taste being like, I would say for lack of a better term, old school, do you feel kind of weird like around your friends? Like they're listening to stuff that you're not even into like that much.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but like it's not like that weird because I understand the new sound. Like I use the old sound and I make my own sound. And I obviously, if I'm studying the old sound, I have to use a little bit of the new sound.
Yeah,
so I do listen to, like, every now and then I listen to the Travis Scott. Travis Scott's one of my idols. Yeah, I forgot to say that Travis Scott's one of my idols. I listen to the new sound every now and then because you can't have one.
Big up to Cairo Snow, man. I'm dropping that interview tomorrow, man. Woo. Okay. I got a couple more questions, but not even questions, just things that I was thinking about, because a lot of people know, and then there's some people who don't know because they don't do their hip hop history. That you guys were label mates at one point.
Yeah.
Back in the Young Money times.
Sure,
So
sure.
you saw Drake when he first came in the game. Wasn't he rapping at that point?
He was hella dope.
But he was pretty much rapping for the most part, and then just maybe doing a hook here and there.
Yeah.
So did you not consider him hip hop back then?
No. What? So okay, tricky. I was really a Crip Friday. I didn't know. I wasn't into hip hop. Like, I know that sounds odd. Like, I bought all the albums, you know, as long as I could. My mom, I was raised on the music, but I wasn't studying it. Him and Dot, Kendrick and them, they were like real students of the art. They were like students of the art. So, like, I wouldn't even thought about hip hop. Like, I just remember them introducing this kid from Nickelodeon. That was how he was prefixed. You know, we just signed this dude from the Nickelodeon TV show. I didn't even know the show because, like, I was already an adult, so I wasn't watching Nickelodeon. Like, the Nickelodeon shit I saw was like Darkwing Duck and Dare and shit like that. You know, Double Dare. I didn't see no fucking Degrassi. Like, I was already a gang member and shit. I went to jail and fucked up and shit. So I didn't know what they were talking about. But I remember meeting this dude, and he was just like this really well-mannered dude. He was just a really cool guy. You know what I mean? And I remember talking to him and listening to him talk and seeing things. I'm like, how the fuck is this gonna work? You know what I mean? Like how is this gonna work? You know what I mean? And they press play, and I remember just thinking, like, God damn, like, who the fuck is this? Is this dude? You know what I mean? That's how fucking dope he was. Friday was like, fuck, this motherfucker is amazing. And you kind of knew he already had a pop space. Like, it was different. It didn't sound like nothing Tune was on. It didn't sound like Kanye. It didn't sound like Will Smith. It just sounded like different. He sounded like special. You know, you could tell he was a fucking incredible record maker, like from off the rip, bro. He was just dope.
What songs did you hear first from him? Like, did you hear stuff from the Comeback Season album? Like, where were you introduced to Drake?
So
like,
my
musically?
homeboy was on Comeback Season. My homeboy Metro, shout out to Metro. He put me on Comeback Season. I really didn't care because it was just kind of rapping, rappity pappity. I didn't give a fuck, you know, about Trey Songz a cool nigga and all that, but like, whatever, you know what I mean? I ain't tripping off that. So when they were playing songs that end up becoming a mixtape of So Far Gone, is it So Far Gone, right? Yeah. So they were playing songs, and Successful was one of the songs I heard, and I remember just thinking, like, God damn, this motherfucker is dope as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, damn, this dude is dope. You know what I mean? You just knew he was tough, but you didn't even think, and it was pitched like he was kind of different. It was pitched like he wasn't, like, for lack of better terms, hip hop. It was like he was like this really phenomenal talent that came from this television show, and now he was making music. It was pitched that way. So, and when you press play, you really realize, like, this motherfucker was incredible. Like, this motherfucker knew his shit, you know, and this is before I even knew who 40 and them was. So, like, you just heard it, like, damn, man, this dude is dope. And, you know, you watch his shit happen, you know, you watch it, you hearing the songs, and you seeing everything happen. So I don't think you had to kind of decipher it. He kind of was like, he was his own thing. You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't think that he was considered a rapper at that point? So back then, when you guys were like, and I'm talking, you guys were in your young 20s at this point. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you didn't look at him and say,
young 20s. I was a grown up.
Okay,
I was about
but you
21.
didn't look and say, this nigga is a crazy ass rapper. You said, this guy's a crazy pop star from then?
It was, okay, so I think the issue isn't a term rapper, right? I think you feel like rapper means hip hop.
Oh, both. I'm talking about him being a part of hip hop and being a dope ass rapper, not just a rapper, pop star who can rap.
His songs felt bigger than anything happening in hip hop. Like, it didn't feel like none of the stuff we were making. It didn't even feel like none of the stuff Tune was making, Wayne was making. Like it felt closer to the stuff Nicki was making, but it wasn't. It had more soul than, let's say, like the song she might have been doing with the early stuff. You know what I mean? Like he still had more of a soul to what he was doing, so it had a unique pop feel, but it didn't feel like, it didn't feel like traditional sense hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? And even when they were trying to get us together on a song, bro, like I didn't know how a song would work.
So
like
you guys were supposed to have a collabo and you never did it?
Hell no. Because I was really, I know, right? I know. And my homeboy shut right? Look, Pun gets so mad, right? Because Pun, who do Ace Boys Worldwide, he gets so mad, but I didn't know how it would work. Think about it, Friday. I'm making Crip Gang at this time. I'm making I Sell Dope. Like I'm making the hardest songs in the world. And this dude is making like these hella clean, like really great cliche kind of, all human being anthems. Like, you know what I mean? He was just like special as a talent. And I really didn't have any desire to fuck with him or work with him. Even after he was successful, Friday, it was like, damn, like how do we cross? I'm a Crip from Watts, and and then he ended up doing a song, like even after everybody kept trying to get his, Baby was trying to push it, and then he did a song with Nipsey, and the song was just like not tight. It's like the Killers. I'm like, it just didn't work together. And I'm like, see, I knew that it would work, but then
that
like
song
2-3
wasn't
years
so
later,
bad. That wasn't so bad. That song was that was pretty fire, bro. Don't do that.
I mean, think about all his songs. Friday are going crazy except this song. Because it felt like
an album cut. It wasn't supposed to be a single, in my opinion. What was the name of that song again? Was it called Killer? Gang, somebody in the comments, help us out. What was the name of that song? R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, man. One of my favorites, man. That shit hurt me when Nipsey died, bro. What was the name of that song? I think it was Because I'm a Killer.
Yeah, Killer. And I just didn't know how, you feel me? I just didn't know how it would work together.
Damn, bro, you should have done the feature.
Nah, I still think I got it right. Maybe make me an extra couple millions of dollars, but I still think I got it right.
Oh, man. Okay. I think we're done with the Drake talks, man. I'm Drake and Kendrick out, bro, to be honest, bro. I want to find out what's going on with you. You know what? Before what's going on with you, I want your opinion on some of your brethrens over there in the podcast space. What's up with the boy Academics marking out T-Rel, man?
I don't know. T-Rel must have felt generous, man. I want to see him fight though, because I don't think Act got nothing for T-Rel. It'd be fun while it lasts, but I think T-Rel might be a little sad. T-Rel trying to change his life, man. I'm proud of him. You know what I mean? It's easy for me to ride down on him and be like, man, you should have been a Hoover and press Cuz line. But really, like at this point, look, man, if you want your life to change, bro, and you trying to get further and you don't want to, look how we be looking sometimes pressing our line, I ain't mad at you, bro. Do your thing. Like if we can't agree on, certain things, if this what you want, like I want it for you. If he comfortable with it, I'm comfortable with it for him.
What's the term? If you like it, I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, T-Rel is more successful than he ever been. He's popular. He's living a life. Hopefully, he's living the life that he want to live, and it's not as important to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think he better go. And I'll tell you this: you better be careful because he's from Hoover, and them Hoover niggas is grimy. They act like something cool, and later on get your ass packed out. So it may not be cool. So Act better watch his back.
Yeah, and it would have just looked crazy if these guys went and wrecked the Turks and Caicos party, man. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it probably would have been. And niggas, see, my stupid ass would have did it.
Niggas is wearing linen.
Like, fuck it. Been on TMZ. I can see you now talking about Friday. Fucking glasses. Why would you do that in Turks and Caicos?
Like, look, don't you got chancletas on glasses? What you doing, man?
What's happening, bro? You supposed to be vacationing. Nah, I'm wrecking, cuz. Fuck that.
Glasses with a white linen shirt, just swing it on somebody.
All that shit. Took all that shit off. Get cracking, cuz. What's happening, nigga? You was talking all that shit, nigga. What's up? Boom. Nigga just get locked up in Turks and Caicos jail. It's crazy.
Oh, man. And one thing I want to talk to also before we close our conversation, as a podcaster, okay, No Ceilings, Black Effect, iHeart Network, big salute to Charlemagne. Can you give us some insight? I heard you the other week on Brilliant Idiots with Mandy and Wheezy, and y'all were having a great conversation over there. Kind of wild, but great conversation.
Sure, they wild.
Right? But give us some insight from working with Charlemagne, some jewels that you've picked up.
You know what? That motherfucker ain't gave me no advice.
You know, I'm not, it doesn't necessarily mean advice. Just
you know,
this
what?
guy's a successful dude, man. Like,
yeah,
you could pick
you
up
know
a
what?
lot of shit
I
from
give
being
him
around.
credit. He's trying to push me further than I push myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I give him that. Like he's definitely created a space for creators to do their stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No, salute to Charlemagne, man.
I'm gonna get on you, man. I'm on you. I'm gonna get with you Friday. I'm gonna get you on this No Ceilings stream in the next couple weeks, man. I'm gonna get at you. I'm gonna text you, man. I gotta get up out of here.
Yeah, man. Thank you for your time, Glasses. A
My
great
boy.
conversation here, man. And I got my pardon, so I'll be over there soon.
It's that time, and you got to come do it live.
Yeah.
My dog.
Yeah.
All right.
Salute to Glasses Malone, man. Big salute to Glasses Malone. I think we had a fruitful conversation here. What y'all saying over here, gang, in the comments here, man? I wasn't here to be confrontational and have Drake's the best and Kendrick's the worst conversation, because I fuck with both parties like equally. I like both of their music a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I got no dog in the race here. I just like having good debates and conversations with my people, man. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to I ain't even going to read your name here. It says, Franklin, your podcast is the biggest in Canada. I think you mean Friday. The biggest in Canada. Can't lie. You're doing your thing. Cat's getting way better. Okay, salute. Who else is going on over here? No face, no case. T-Rail not trying to lose his Power 106 job. Are they over there on Power 106? I know, what's his name? What's the chubby nigga there? Not Duno. Dijon. I think he went over to Power 106. You know what I'm saying? This guy Sniffer GGG is saying that I got a post up there. Y'all want me to let me go see what's going on over here. I don't really have any other news stories. I think I didn't write a bunch of news stories down today for this live. My main concern was having this conversation with Glasses, and big salute to Glasses Malone for a great conversation right there. Let's see what's going on. Yo, Sniffer G, you unprivated your page, right? Watch this now. Here we go. Is that a volcano on my head? Big salute to Keepsix.org. That's a dope sweater here. Stop speaking on dead. It's pretty good. Hold on, let me put a side by side. Give me a second. Let me put a quick side by side, see what we look like here. Is that good? Like, did he put in the right prompt in his AI or Chat GPT, whatever you're using over there? I don't got no baseball cap on though, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to catch the fade next time. Not catch the fade. Like, you got to. What the? Come on, broski. What? Wow. That's what the man number are going to do to me? Stop speaking on the dead. Ah! And then, damn, bro. Bare headshots? Y'all niggas are crazy. B Sweezy wants. What did you say here? Get what's the dirt for reaction to Glasses. He's live right now. Is he live right now? I should freaking holler at him and try to crash his live. Hold on. Let me just check one more post over here. because I don't like this, man. Fam, first of all, you're trying to give me a leg us. I don't like that. You got me walking on crutches. I can walk, bro. Okay. And broski, this right here, you can see my hair right now, fam. There's no gray. I don't wear Beijing or any of that type bullshit. Stop, yo, fam. If you're gonna do it right, bro. Jeez. Like, nigga, I got some gray over here. That's why I kind of keep it shaved down. You feel me? But like, fam, like, I know my hairline is a little bit further back than it used to be in my young age. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a spring chicken. I'm kind of an old foot. But broski, there's no gray eyes, brethren. Right? The hairline is not as sick, but there's no gray eyes, brethren. Allow me, fam. If you're gonna get it right. Jesus Christ, broski. And yo, for real, don't shoot me, man. Okay? I'm gonna get off of this page here because boy, y'all Toronto rap niggas see me looking at this page and think I'm down with this nigga. Anyhow, what I said before still stands, man. Y'all stupid. You're acting like subhumans, and I ain't gonna say it again. All right. I think I'm gonna end it there. Like I said, we got the Cairo Snow interview that's dropping tomorrow morning. Big salute to Cairo Snow. All right. Tap into that interview. 3 a.m. for all the audio listeners. 6 p.m. we back over here. And then on Friday, we're doing 3 episodes this week. That will make it to episode 598. Should I do something for episode 600? Let me know. All right. Hit me in the comments later on the repost of what I should do for episode 600 if I feel like doing anything. To be honest, I don't feel like doing shit. But yeah, let me know if I should do something special for episode 600. Okay. But yeah, look out for the Honcho Hoodlum episode on Friday. All right. So we're doing a 3 episode week this week. Until then, we are off of this. Hold on to me. We are off of this. Deuces.